No point in making yourself so important that your own inventions cannot continue on without you after you are gone. Yes, from geocentrism to anatomy in the time of Da Vinci to the original Big Bang Theory. Every time we humans try to defend our right to be special, we either end up enslaving others or straight up ignoring reality. We can even see it playing out right now with the people jumping to defend humans and say, we haven't done any harm to the planet, all of that has been natural. If you look at the ice core data, it's a different story. It's actually not a different story in the documentary that you think explains everything is missing data. I digress. And yes, the sun is getting warmer, it still does not account for the temperature difference. As humans, we always want to be the best, and we want to see ourselves as the best. That's why at the end of the day, we, and yes, there was some interbreeding, we consumed the planet. The other hominids did not. So you lost your friends. The newly converted are always the most annoying, especially in politics, but they're just byproducts of the environment and the knowledge they're presented with at the time in what lighting. No one knows when they're becoming part of a groupthink. If they knew, they probably wouldn't become part of it. They really don't know what they're doing. To be iced out, it very much hurts, but it is in our human nature to trim the outcast. It's not in my nature to understand why. I hate nature. Just make a bouncy castle and give everyone plutonium genitals. Try to consider your own vulnerability to echo chambers and groupthings. Think of it like a tumbleweed in the West. Even after you uproot all of them, they will still reseed, even if you don't see when those seeds are dropped. If you're not in a state of frequent power law checking, fact checking, and logic rewiring, calcified systems of logic will always persist. You have to work to maintain your mind. Remember, what do you support? Why do you support it? It is incredibly easy to half answer those questions and not actually consider anything. But to half answer a question you ask yourself, that is to willingly submit to the mind control of the original thinker. Whose thoughts are you thinking? Let me ask you something. Who is funding all this hippie crap? Enjoy the ride. Chill out. Treasure was the friends we made along the way. The thing is, that just seems sure convenient to the people with all my treasure. We only have so long to live. Even if you extend your life, you still only have so long to live. It gets over very quickly. Think of how quickly 20 years passed. Perhaps a stressful life that's full and robust is better than a pleasurous life of adolescence. Every time you think you figured out something big, cracked the code, simply a sign that your mind has opened a new functional world map. Is the next map always better? Sometimes, but not always. But it is always new. New map is a new tool in your shed. Always remember the slippery nature of reality. Everything is just happening all the time. And there was never any safety guidelines or precautions put in place first. This is all just happening on the fly. That can be scary, but it's also very free. True freedom should be slightly scary. The only real detractors from this sort of freedom are other humans that also want power. You want power. It's much better to be an honest villain than a lying martyr.